Welcome back to the third part of this SCP guide. In this section, we'll be defeating the Snow Sprite and Mr.Wish, and we'll be keeping our current team that we created, so there won't be too much like changing of team or anything. It'll just be leveling them up as we go through the process. Now, once we've spoken to Mr. Wish, we'll actually have to do another arena duel, so we'll go do that real quick. Once again, once we've completed the arena, we're going to have to buy another item. So we'll purchase the cheapest item from his shop. And now I have to go create some cold gear. Now this will be the last low-level gear that we make. So if we find the cold gear, we already have a shirt and top that are for heat. We'll go with pants, gloves, and legs for cold. Okay, so once we've made it to the Snowsprite Arena, we actually have to go back down to the entrance. For some reason, the quest won't update unless you do, even though it lets us teleport here. So, boom, we've reached it. Now it's going to tell us to go up towards the Snowsprite. Then once we reach the Snowsprite, we're going to have to talk to them. We won't actually get to fight them yet, but we'll get to find our next quest objectives, which will probably be get some symbiosis levels. Yep, 450, and complete the 3 gyms for this area. So, before we actually begin getting symbiosis, we're actually going to need to go to 2000 at some point. It depends on what you want, but it would actually be better just to go all the way to 2000. You might actually be able to finish the story with about like 1400 symbiosis around there. But what we're going to do is we're going all the way to 2000 because it will also unlock for us the peak duels, which you'll need level 10 symbiosis. This is a nice thing to have to do weekly duels, earn free rewards, and you'll also get chaos mutagens that you can purchase in a redemption shop for betting coins, and you can bet on people that you think are going to win. And so yeah, so we'll want to do that just to be able to increase our quality of life a bit later. So to that end, we're going to actually have to learn a few things in our cradle. So the first thing is we're going to want to learn medicine because we're going to use PSI potions in the future. We're going to also want to learn level 5 capture device. The last thing we're going to want to learn is tungsten. We're going to need it to create our new grenades that we're going to use. Okay, then now that we've learned our tech skills, what we're going to want to do is actually explore. So as you can see, I've already explored the entire map now. What I would suggest doing is first going to Mouseville and completing this whole area, including the settlement quest, which will give you like a massive amount of experience. I went from 27 to 39 from doing these 2 locations, Mouseville and Mouseville Factory. When you go to Mouseville Factory, it's actually really important to go through the factory and collect as many of the grenades as you can. We're going to be needing about 100, maybe a little bit more if we're missing grenade shots on deviants to complete our symbiosis. From those 2 locations, we actually want to go to our next part, which is while you're doing this, you've scavenged, so you've gotten a lot of scraps, you've gotten a lot of binding stones from those 2 locations. If you also go around and collect some tungsten, we will have everything that I have now, and then our next step will be to go to collect our new 2 weapons that we're going to be using for our next 2 fights. So the first one is actually down here in the snow, and it's going to be in this little house over here. So you can teleport straight here at Avalanche Monolith once you've run up to this area. If you haven't, you can actually just teleport right here and then just go straight from down there. Okay, now that we've collected the Boom Boom, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our second gun, which is in this phantasmal area. It's a shotgun, so you'll be losing sanity, but we're just going to run through quickly and grab the gun. Alright, now that we're back in the base, what we're going to do is we're going to create some binding stones. I've already created them, but as you can see, we're kind of going to want over 150 for this. Alright, now for this bit, with the armor and weapons, while we do want to make, if we can, tier 5, you could potentially finish it with tier 2. It would just be a lot more difficult. Anything higher than tier 2 would just help. I'm going to go with tier 5. Hopefully you've gathered enough to get that. Once I've made it, I'll actually show you some nice spots to farm tier 5. Yep, so we've got our guns tier 5, and we'll also make our armor tier 5, so we survive longer now. And we'll make a heat helmet, heat chest, and then 3 pieces of cold. Let's see where that is. Yep. And for the last piece, you might as well just add something if you can. It's still going to give you like 10,800 health. Like when you compare it to tier 1, it's a massive amount of health you're getting. So I'm just going to make another cold resistant one. Okay, there we go. So one of the good places to farm tier 5 would be here. It is in the mirror zone, so you will be pretty much 1 health the entire time while you're running through it, which kind of sucks. If you could get some pollution resistance items to make it so you wouldn't, and then it'd be a lot easier. You could also go to the harbor, Fiscus Harbor, and looking through, there's some chests around here that you can collect that can also have them. Those would be the 2 main places I would be checking for tier 5 gear. We're gonna need to make some ammo for our shotgun. We also want to have some PSI grenades for this next part. So I made 10. Hopefully you can make at least 10, or maybe we probably won't even need that many, but that will be a good amount. Okay, now that we've gotten all of our armor and weapons and all those kinds of things, what we're going to want to do is actually start getting our deviation value up. I'm going to show very quickly the 3 places that I would probably choose to just farm and collect all the deviants there. So for the first one, it's Avalanche Monolith, and we're going to be collecting the door and switching worlds between that. So our second location will be Mr. Wish boxes at the Mr. Wish Arena. These are a bit more difficult because they're level 50. So you could actually like miss a lot of the grenades on them, but you can catch them. Welcome back. So what we've actually done is, in the end, I ended up collecting about 40 to 50 of these wish boxes and a few strange doors. We're going to have to actually redo our entire symbiosis for this next bit. So what we're going to want to do is anything that is low level besides our team, and our highest level rabbit and whale will be removing. Okay, so once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to organize our symbiosis by value and start putting our highest wish boxes and doors in. We can only put 60 for now, but we will eventually be able to put 100. So it's good that we kind of overfarm them. Alright, so from here, what we'll be doing is we'll be going to complete our gyms to fight our snow sprite. So if you go to any of these ones over here, you'll be able to complete them. Okay, from completing the 3 gyms, you'll see that all your deviants will level up. They're all going up to as high as they can. Our next mission is actually to craft a binding grenade, which we'll go do real quick. Alright, once we've created our grenade, our next step will be to fight the snow sprite. So before we do that, we're actually going to talk about the team again. So the first thing we want to do is we actually want to level it up. We can now have level 45 deviants. These are still level 35. Level them up as much as you can. I'm going to go to 45 if I'm able to on all of them. There we go. So they're all level 45. From here, we're still going to want to keep our PSI moves off because we have to manually cast this to really time it well. So the main things we want to know now that we have new guns is that you could technically upgrade them if you have accessories. So if you have any accessories that will allow you to like enhance them, it could be the main one that we would want is large mag, so we would have more ammo. You can there'll be guides I'm sure on YouTube to find these. The next one is for here. It'll be the same thing, the drum, which is hopefully already on for you as well. And now we'll just go through the combo with the team again. So basically, the bowl is our only damage dealer, and it doesn't really do damage. It gives us damage so that our guns will do more damage. We've made tier 5 guns, so we'll be doing a lot of damage. In the previous part, we actually did about 1,000 damage per shot on the Chaosaurus. We might be able to hit more now, but it's really about timing these. So if we see it, what we want to do is our bowl will jump to one of our deviants. We have to stand wherever the bowl's circle goes to get its buff. And then we'll turn on our cat to get its buff and start shooting. So an example would be like this. Turning on the bowl, moving to the bowl, turning on the cat, now firing at whatever you wanted to shoot. Until this circle is gone, the cat's already finished, but the circle will stay for a bit longer, so you'll get more damage from the bowl ultimate. And then you can recharge with your snail to get those ultimates back. Another thing we're going to add, if you're having difficulty, I'm going to be using one at the beginning of the fight just to make this quick, but you can put on your PSI potion, and we're going to be using this when the countdown hits 1. We're going to be throwing this at our deviants, getting the ultimate on all of them at the same time, and then instantly going into the ultimate of shooting. Okay, so now it's time to challenge the Snow Sprite. So remember to instantly use your grenade once your deviants appear. Now they all have their ultimate. We'll use our bowl straight away, and then our cat, and then our snail instantly, so they're all recharging. And as you can see, we're instantly shooting Snow Sprite. Okay, so now we're going to wait until our cat reloads, because we want to time it again, bowl and cat. So as you can see, this one didn't go too well. It was stuck on the wall, but it's fine. I was able to get here to where the ball got stuck on the wall and start shooting. There we go. Now once you've completed this, they'll want you to do another arena duel. So we'll go do that real quick. Now once again, you'll want to buy something from the shop at the Snow Sprite. And then you're going to have to ask it about the next part of the quest, which it won't really tell you. And then we'll have to go to visit Lowy in Verdant Arena. So once we've spoken with Lowy, we'll have to be going to the Wish Arena to go to the next part, we've actually kind of already gotten a lot of the symbiosis we need for pretty much all of the main quests besides the final bits. You might need to collect a bit more. Like me, I didn't actually get an entire 100. So if we check our symbiosis now, you can see we only have 70 out of 100. And if I try and put anything else that's missing on, no. So we still need to collect 30 more, but we are already at 1400 almost, which is great. And we're back here where these wish boxes are that we've been collecting. Okay, so once we've talked to Chaos Mr.Wish, you'll see that we have a next update, which is 1350 symbiosis and to challenge 3 gyms around him. So now what we're going to do is we're going to challenge the 3 gyms that we can around here for the wish, as long as they have wish in front of it, not Snowsprite. So wish 1 here, 2 there, 3. Okay, once you complete the 3 gyms, you'll see that all your deviants can now be level 50. This will be the last bit. I'd actually, if you can, I'd recommend again leveling your bowl at least to level 50, which is your main one that gives you damage. And if you can, level your cat as high as you can for survivability. That's all I'm going to do. The snail should be fine at 45. Now, for the last bit of this quest, we actually need to continue to get our symbiosis up. I didn't actually end up getting 100 deviants. I would recommend that you go to 100 and it should reach 2000. If it doesn't, you might need to remove any under 20. Usually it should even out because a few will be 21. So let's go back to Mr. Wish, collect the rest of the deviants we need from the wish boxes, and put them in our symbiosis. Welcome back. So after I had completed getting 100 wish boxes, I have pretty much gotten 2000 symbiosis. I can actually do one thing when I need to get it for the quest, which is this only gives me 14, and I have a wish box that will give me 20 ready to replace it, which would give me the 4 I need to hit 2000. So before we do that, though, we've already got everything we need. We're going to go fight Mr. Wish. Now in this fight again, we're going to use a PSI grenade right at the beginning. So throw it, activate your team, and then start shooting Mr. Wish. So once we've defeated Mr. Wish, we'll have to talk to him, then complete an arena, and then we'll also have to buy something from his shop. And then from there, you'll see that our new mission will be to complete the Chaos Trials. I'll be doing a separate video for that. It isn't too much different, so if you've already have the team and been following along, you could probably just go straight there, complete the trials with our current team. It'll be all fine.